Hello, Jim Hodges here, Annie Mae here. Annie Mae is a GoldenDoodle going on 2 years that came in for our residency training program. She already had some training on her. She's pretty good at her training. One of the things about her is she's really treat motivated. And one of our jobs is besides pack leadership, which you all know, I truly believe in pack leadership, makes her more secure, more comfortable having boundaries, is trying to introduce other senses into just the treat. You know, it's a long job, but she obeys. But what we want to do is when we praise her for a job well done, not just use a treat, but use words and touch, positive emotion, trying to get her to the point that she gets excited with what's going on. Now, if you talk to her owners, and I've seen it, sometimes she's real excited, sometimes not, but she does her obedience, which is very, very important. We still want to do that motivation part of the praise, words and touch, and positive emotion. Okay, looking to see if a cat was behind me, because it looked like she was looking behind us. Not. If so, it doesn't matter. It's always nice when you're the leader, you know what's going on out around you, so that if your dog does something, you can be ready to act on it. We're going to go through obedience, aren't we? You ready? I know that's a little bit boring right there, but here we go. Listen to my tone of voice. Watch what I do. Anyway, let's go. Atta girl. Good girl. Notice, pet her, words, touch. And the let's go command, quite honestly, is her walking with us right by our side. Walking with us right here. Not out here, not here, not here. The thing she has to learn is if she starts to walk away from us, we're going to bite her right back to our leg or to our hip, okay? And when we bite back, we've got a loose leash. We're going to tap that leash. No, let's go. Being a good girl. Even when we have to correct or provide a consequence for our dog, a physical correction or a verbal, when they do what we want, we're going to come back and provide a little bit of praise, not as much as if they did it right the first time, and let them know that we're happy with what's going on. Let's go. So we're working. I'll change directions a lot. Okay, baby. Let's go. So you notice I tap my side right there, just trying to motivate her. Let's go. Good girl. Sit. Hand signal for sit. So I already told you on the let's go, she's right here. We would tap her back to the side when we're walking. Well, here's the sit command. Good girl. I love it when she watches. See me going to my pocket? She knows I'm going to my pocket. And one of the things that we've noticed is she really watches our hands because she knows where the treat comes from. It's our job to get her to look at us, and that's what atta girl. And when she looks, reward her. Break. Break is my release command. But let's go back to the sit. I just got sort of sidetracked there on the praise. You saw she loves treats, okay? Our job is to try to get her to at least look at us when we're ready to give her a treat. If you go back just a second ago, I didn't really give her a treat for the immediate sit. Remember, it took me 15, 20 seconds to give her a treat. So why do you think I gave her the treat? 1, for looking at me, 2, for holding the sit. When I ask her to sit, she has to hold that sit until I release her. If for some reason she popped up or she didn't do it to begin with, loose leash, no, I would tap up and say or no, and then repeat the command. So it would be no or with the tap. Remember, words, touch, treat, toy, positive emotion, consequence, which is another form of motivation, is words and touch. We don't just say no, we go no, sit, and then good girl if she does it. Let's go. Back, sit. Good. Sit from in front, sit for the side, it's the same thing. She holds that sit until we release her, okay? Some dogs can sit longer than others, but I wouldn't keep her in a sit more than 30 seconds or a minute. If I was in a situation where I was meeting someone, great, let's go. Pretend like you're the camera, that I'm meeting you. I'm gonna sit. Hey, how's it going? Great. And now what I did was, hey, how's it going? Talking to you, I broke her. I asked her to sit when we met, and the reason I did that is to let her know that I'm in control. And now I can carry on a conversation with you knowing she's not in a sit command, but she can't pull me on a leash. So if she started moving, just like in the let's go, I would tap back to my side. And the important thing with all of these motivations, praise or consequence, to do it as close in the moment in the beginning as you can. Because when you react in the moment, she's going to understand what she was doing right or wrong in the moment. You can gradually move to shades of gray, but I say everything in the beginning is black and white. If she messes up or if she does it right, make a note of it. If she does something wrong, you're going to be ready the next time to fix it, because she's probably going to do something wrong again and again, because it has become part of her condition makeup, if you will. Let's go. So we have the sit. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on, you hear me motivating. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Sit. Down. Down from in front is just like this. Now, when I tell her to down, she lays down. Good girl. And she holds that down. But when I just say down, she's holding the down, waiting for the next command. In this case, watch what I'm going to do with the BREAK, and she may have already seen it. She's really smart that way. The BREAK is a release command. It means she doesn't have to work. She can't jump. She can't pull. She can't do anything like that. But she's at least released from working. Watch what I do. Pray. Atta girl. See how she flew to me? You didn't know she could do that, did you? She can when it's all about the tree. So I broke her. I said break, and I backed up, and she started running right to me. Guess what? That's going to be the lead-in for the COME command here in a few minutes, okay? On leash and off leash. Don't want her nose on the ground, okay? So when her nose went down, I tapped. Why? Because we've had treats out here. If I was to drop the treat or she dropped the treat, I wouldn't let her pick it up off the ground. I just am one of those crazy people that I don't want my dogs looking for things, especially in different environments than my yard or in my home, trying to pick up things, okay? So I had told her to down. If she did not down while ago, okay, this is very important, no. If she did not down while ago, or if she started to get up, this is her head, I would have gone, no, down, just like that, no, down. Then good girl, I'd have come back and praised a little, okay? When I tell her to down, just like was said, I can walk around, I can do whatever. She needs to hold it. Now you notice I didn't say the word S-T-A-Y. S-T-A-Y has a special meaning to me, and I try to hopefully encourage my clients to do it. Stay means pack your bags, you're gonna be there a while. So I never do a sit stay, I will do a down stay, and when I say stay, that means she's gonna be there. She can do a 45 minutes to an hour down stay. People walking by, dogs walking by. When I tell her to down stay, now she can probably smell the ground a little bit. She can roll over, go to sleep. She can chew a bone or a toy or something like that. I want her relaxed. A normal down, she needs to be ready for the next command. The down stay is a situation where I'm telling her she can relax and doesn't have to pay attention. Once I do the down stay, stay takes another step. The step that I take after that, let's go, is pretend like we're inside, okay? Or even outside for that matter, and we're in a room, okay? And I need to go into another room, but I don't want her to go with me. Pretend like this is a door. It's a little abstract for her, but we've already worked with it. Is if I had to go in the room, didn't want her to go, I would start to walk out, stay, good girl. And I would walk and do whatever I needed to do. In the beginning, I'd have her on a leash or a tab. Then when I come back, atta girl, good girl. Words, touch, treat, atta girl. And let her know she was fine. If she followed me out, I would take the leash or a collar or what have you. No, 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 stay. And then immediately go right back to where I was going. So there's down stay, you're staying laid down. Then there's room stay or area stay. Let's go. So a while ago you saw me do the DOWN command, and I did it from in front, and it was like this. Why did I do like that in front? Is because she can see me better that way. Now sit. That was a little slow. That should, if that happens again, that will be a bite. You remember I said earlier, and that bite would be no sit. You remember I said earlier, if she does something once, you need to watch for it. I just think she's a little disinterested. We're trying to keep her motivated, but if she does it again, it'll be no sit. Oh, and where I was going, down, hand signal from the side. Harder for her, good girl. It's harder for her to see that from the side, so that's why I take my down here. In front, it's harder for her to see that, that's why I come up. Okay, baby, sit. Good girl. Great. Let's go. The next command that we have would be the place command or the bed command. She's actually going to know it as both words. There's nothing wrong with that. We're going to tell her to place her bed, and her job is to get on the bed, and she can lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I don't care what she does. Okay, sweetheart. Place. Good girl. I think I'm just going to pet you for that. Good girl. You notice as she was getting on the bed, she was smelling it. That's other dogs in your life. Might not be another smell, but we have dogs here for training. Bring it. Let's go. So it's important that we always have this loose leash. Remember, sit is straight up, down is down, and let's go is to our side, okay? Sit. Good girl. So the next thing is the COME command. We have both an on-leash version and an off-leash version. The on-leash is a lot like the break, especially in the beginning. She comes, her job is to sit in front of me. Good girl, that's a good girl. Break. She comes and sits. If she doesn't come, and we keep our hands right here, just like with the break command. When we tell her break or come, we want our hand here with the treat here, okay? And that's to keep her focused on us and not what's going on in the world, right? On break, she doesn't have to sit. On the come command, she comes to us, and I want her to sit when she comes to me, okay? On leash, I like my dogs off leash as well, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna do this on leash. Now, say for example, she didn't come to me. Her job is to come right here. If she didn't come to me, I would just tap the leash, just like with the let's go, but right here. And I would say, N-O, and then I would repeat the come command. Let's go. Hard work, little girl. I'm really trying to go through all of the points very finitely so you know black and white what needs to happen, okay? So off leash, and she's gonna do real well with this. She's done it real well in our home and inside and place like that. I know everyone's experienced the time where they've asked their dog to come and they didn't come. Well, my belief is we don't tell our dogs to come unless we know they're gonna come. How do we get to that point? Well, what I'm gonna do is if she wants a treat, and I think she will, I'm gonna get her attention, I'm gonna show her the treat, and if she decides to come to me, I'm gonna do everything I can to encourage her. And you see how slow she's being this morning. If she decides to come to me, once she's committed to coming to me, you're gonna hear me give her the command, okay? So, anyway, look, hey, look, come. So once she committed, atta girl, good girl, she's still in the sit, break, until I release her. So notice that I didn't tell her to come until she committed to come. Now what would happen if she decided she didn't want to come? I wouldn't have said the word and I would have walked on. The other end of that come is when I tell her to come and she comes to me, okay, I'm gonna praise her and love her off leash. I'm gonna do nothing to make it seem like a negative, okay? That's just so important. We're gonna pet her, love her, give her a minute or two, and then we'll move on to some other work. Come on, sweetheart. Place. Good job. Remember, place is lay down, sit down, stand up, or bed. She can do this for a couple hours at a time, really easy. In fact, she's so ingrained in it, we don't even have to be in the room. And this happened this past weekend, for example. My wife and I left the room. I forgot about her. And after about 10 minutes, she started barking for us to let her know that we left her in that room on the place. And I thought that was fantastic. So normally I don't like barking, but in this case, you know, we sort of hung her out to dry, if you will. I came in and I praised her for holding the command. So that's something we have to remember, okay? We're gonna make mistakes. She's gonna make mistakes. I've been training for 30 years and I still make mistakes. There's only one person in this world that's been perfect. It's not us, it's not her. My belief, Jesus Christ, okay, walked this earth as a perfect man. We all fall short, but that doesn't stop us from working to get better and better and better. That's why I went back to the beginning and said, if it happens once, it's gonna happen again and again. If it's a new thing, it's a good thing, you like it, put a word to it, and now you're gonna start getting a command association. If it's something you don't like, you got to be ready to bite it and set it up the next time. Let's go, break. So I said, let's go, and then I said, break. I could have told her break, or I could have told her let's go, or I could have done exactly what I did there. She already knows how to load up, but our load up command is load up. Girl, good girl. Break. See, she wants a treat. I'm not going to give her a treat all the time, but I am going to pay her off with a treat from time to time. Sit. Good. The last thing is the heel command. Let's go in itself keeps our dog right here, but the heel is a little bit tighter, a little bit sharper. Her job is to walk with us, and when we stop, she sits automatically and holds it. Where do I use this? I use this primarily in markets or where there might be a lot of people, and I just feel more comfortable with her being right here. Okay, the hand signal's gonna be open. I got a little treat for her. I want to reward her, and I'll go heel. So she's with me. See how her focus is? Good girl. Pet her, love her, still got the treat. Heel. Now watch what happens. I turn, I step up. Her job is to come right back to my side. Very good. And now I'm gonna turn. And when I turn, good girl. A girl. Break, break. If you go back and look, when I turned, I didn't stop in the turn. When I stepped off, I didn't stop in the step off. I went back and leveled straight, because her job is to be right here beside us, okay? And when I'm turning, there's no way she can get right beside us. She has to read us. I have to come out the other end and give her a chance to get back into that heel position. Just like when I step off, she starts coming here, but I need to give her a chance to get back in. Good girl. That's a good girl. I think that pretty much covers. Just like with the let's go on the heel, we tap right back here. If when we stop on the heel, she holds the sit. If she started to get up, it would be a no sit. Praise, praise, praise. We need to praise at least 20 times more during the day. Use treats all you want, but make sure that when you're using treats, it's for work mostly, okay? Don't give her a treat just to give her a treat. If you want to give her a treat, make her do something else and combine the words and touch and positive emotion with it. So important, so we can sort of gradually get off of it. If you love giving treats, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's nice to have your dog attached to the other senses and seeing you as the leader, that you love her and that she wants to be a part of your life, and you definitely want to be a part of her life, okay? Loose leash is important. I truly believe she doesn't necessarily know we're on a leash as long as we keep the leash loose. If we keep it tight, she knows we're controlling. That's so important, loose leash. When we have to bite, it's so important to tap the leash when we're gonna tell her no or ain't. Remember, we praise at least 20 times more than others. What you doing, sweetheart? Trying to check out the ground? Okay, that's fine. As long as she doesn't smell, I'm okay. You know, if you need me, you pick up the phone and give me a call. 336-945-3232. Jim Hodges Dog Training. I appreciate you so much. There's never a charge for a follow-up on things that we've done here. We want you to succeed, and thank goodness most of you have. In fact, all of you have that I know of. And if not, you need to pick up the phone and give me a call. Again, thank you so much, and God bless you. Take care. Good girl.